we begin the top 4 with the MLB against the Cross. And the Cross actually go first here, rise the Lava Flow Dragon and such as top 5, and hits the Cross. So the Cross actually at an advantage here because he's going first against any deck, having to withstand 3 times, no, attacking 3 times and resetting 2 times, and with a good trigger luck, it is very strong. Interesting playstyle from the Kagero player here is that he actually uses the Lava Flow first instead of the starter first. I'm not very sure why. Can anybody explain to me in the comments down below? The MLB actually writes the Ultimate Trial Deck card, which is very interesting, which allows such an aggressive play, like he's demonstrating here, swinging the Winger Brave, and then bouncing it back up because the Kagero actually can burn it off later, but now he can't. But doesn't hit the trigger here, unfortunate. Maybe what he could have done is actually call the Winger Brave behind the Vanguard, ensuring the hit instead of being aggressive against the Cross player here. But definitely I don't know what his hand had. So if his hand was quite bad or rather need any pieces of the MLB, he should have did that instead, whereby he put the Winger Brave behind the Vanguard. So the Grade 2 actually, the Kagero player actually rides the Burn Rise Dragon, which is a good, interesting promo, which allows aggressive plays of the Marker 2 on the Cross. And actually, his second Lava Flow actually hits the second the Cross. Very fortunate for him. Lava Flow swings, and the Burn Rise swings. So if anybody doesn't know, the Burn Rise effect is basically when your Vanguard withstands with an ability, you can actually Counter Blast 1 and discard 1 card. And he gains a 15k and 1 crit. And apparently it's not once per turn, so you can imagine the power level it can reach. So it's a MLB's turn and she uses the very common Maron Lever Up combo, which everybody loves and MLB players especially love since he can do this. He actually calls a Blaster Rapier here. Very interesting tech. Very strong, especially because it just requires your Vanguard to be a Blaster Vanguard. In this case, Majestic Lord Blaster and Blaster Blade itself. And even Blaster Down. We shall see how the attack pattern is going to be, since he's going to commit the 4th rear guard for the for the Blaster Blade to ensure the 2 crit to push the game. Also Winger Brave and another Winger Brave. Okay, very interesting. But okay, slight misplay here I would like to point out is that he should have swung with the Blaster Rapier first to search the top deck for the trigger, and then he does so after the Vanguard attack, which is kinda awkward because even if you see the card that you want on the top of the deck, you can't actually take it since you're going to receive damage the next turn. And yeah, I would prefer him to swing with the Blaster Rapier first to guarantee a trigger. So he haven't guarded the Blaster Rapier yet, so he guards 10k with a 15k issue. Oh, he's reconsidering it. Will he eat it instead? Thinking very hard, drops the 15k shield either way, and eats the 21k column, and it's a draw trigger right there. Very strong player. We have Rise the Cross here, I believe. Yup, it does. Going for the Force 2. You can't go wrong with Force 2 of the Cross. It's too powerful if you ask me. So the Cross skill to use the effect first, which is correct, and searches for the end to gain the end's ability and the name itself. And I'd like to point out and applaud the Kagero player here because he's using the OG Dragoning Overlord sleeve. Very old school player demonstrated here. Oh, the RP player is actually playing a Blaster Blade sleeve. So this is a very classic game demonstrated by both players here. Calls the ammo. Does he have a turret cannon? Okay, he does. Is this turret cannon here? Which will he retire? Retires a Blaster Rapier here, which is a good choice. Returns one card to the bottom deck to draw 1. draws the Tourney Cannon. Will he use the armor skill here? Yep, he does. Counter charging, then draw one further. Pulls on the ammo. No, sorry, the lava flow. Actually tops deck a Ini Road Dragon here. Very strong player. But misses a search here, but is still a very strong rearguard to have when you are using the cross to swing the Vanguard. Will he commit any more rearguards here? I believe he should. He's more than enough already. Yep, seems like he's attacking. Uses the Tourney Cannon to hit the face for 5k guard. Intercepts with Lever Rod. The cross swings with 13k only. 2 pass, very good to guard here. Oh, but opens a critical here. Ouch. And having the MLP player to be at 4-hand only. This is like a window for the cross player to just all in and restand twice. And just swing the Vanguard with 3 crit each. So he powers all mid, correct. And uses a skill which is drop 3. Then restand the Vanguard, minusing 1 drive. But plus 10k to the Vanguard. So Vanguard is currently 33k, swinging the MLB, no sorry, the Blaster Blade. Drive checks a non-trigger here, but it's 3 criticals. Damage the draw trigger, and that's it. Wait, I don't think it is enough. Uses a skill, power +1, soul +1. Swings with the cross at 33k to 20, which is a 15k no pass. But it seems like the MLB player doesn't have any 15k shield in hand and has to drop 2 cards regardless, and that is very painful. Ini Road Dragon is currently at 25k with a 13k booster. That's a 38k swing, eats it. Oh man. Oh dear, MLB player actually misgrades here too. Does he have the grade 3? No, he doesn't. Oh, this is very painful and very hard to recover given the fact that he's already at 5 damage against the cross who is at 2 and can use the ability regardless next turn. Oh no. It seems this is it for game 1. Calls the Lever Rod here. Uses a Maron skill instead, sorry, and Lever Rod skill after. Searches for... what will he search here? Actually searches a grade 2 order here, not exactly sure why. I think it's possible to do that, but then the grade 2 order actually does go to the drop zone immediately. Maybe he was thinking of filtering the deck, but just now as he was scanning through the deck, we saw Blaster Blades and Blaster Darts in the deck itself, so maybe it's better to call it out instead of the order. Maybe he's prepping it for the Starcore Trumpeter in the future turns to come. It could be a big brain play. So Blaster Blade swings, 18k, 15k, no 20k will be a no pass here, yeah no pass. Drive checks a Blaster Dart, not what he wants to see. Actually I'm not very sure what he wants to see the drive check because it seems to be over, but Winger Brave hits. And hits the MLB here, will it be enough? He has to survive at the cross. Menacing blows for 1 more turn, and the Ini Road Dragon there, and the Tourney Cannon there as well. Swings the Vanguard, very interesting choice. What he should have done is actually swing Tourney Cannon or the Ini Road Dragon here, because there's no point to push MLP, or rather push the cross to 4 damage here, because it doesn't help him survive the next turn. And given the fact that the cross player only have 2 hands just now, it would be better if he swing the rear guards, because he might not have enough shield to guard for the rear guard. So he calls the crit down, uses the cross ability to search for DN, gaining his ability all over again, rinse and repeat. Uses the Tourney Cannon skill, retiring the Lever Rod there. Okay, interesting choice. I think it would be better to choose a Blaster Blade there because, you know, just Blaster Blade. Uses the Armor skill to draw 1, to cycle 1. but he hits the lava flow, reconsidering whether to commit the lava flow here. I believe he should, given the fact that he knows that the MLB hand is quite small. Yup, he does. So he calls the lava flow here, which is a 13k boost here, since he has more rear guard than the opponent. Swings with the cross at 26k against the 10k Blaster Blade. What a sad man. No gas here. This should be it. Yep, it's over, and that's game 1. Now we move on to game 2, and the MLB goes first, sorry. Right, it's the Ultimate Troll deck card, which I'm not sure the name yet, so sorry. Right, it's the Saber Newt here. Against the Quick Shoe, and having the Saber Newt on turn 2 allows him to on hit draw 1, and he does commit the Great One Hot Shot Dragon, if I'm not wrong on the name, to guarantee a hit, unless he throw a 20k shoe here. Yeah, he does. And very interesting guard there. Right, it's the Blaster Dart. So actually he misplayed there, I would say, because he should have eaten the damage and then using the Blaster Dart on core effect, or rather on right effect, to actually blast the counter blast 1 to drop, to kill off the hit snipe dragon, hit shot dragon, to allow twin drive. So he forgot, so that was a misplay there. So swings with the Blaster Rapier first, which is Lizzie on top. So he corrected his misplay from the previous game. Yes, a 5k guard. It should be a Quick Shoe drop or eat. Kagero player is thinking hard. Throws the Tourney cannon. Okay, interesting choice. Dry checks a draw trigger. Very important. And on hit with the Vanguard Brave skill, we hit the MLB here to prevent misgrading. Yup, he hits the MLB here, so we won't see an unfair game again on game 2. And it's the cross player's turn while we hit right. So he rides the Ini Road Dragon here, such as top 7 while we find. And hits the cross. Very strong triple R we have for the Kagero. Kagero player is actually planning his move, putting down the cards to, imagine the Cray. Falls down the Tourney cannon. And that's it. Yep, he swings with the Vanguard. No guards from the MLB player. A Dredge has a crit here. Wow, sick. And Tourney Cannon hitting for 20k against a 10k Blaster Dart, which is a 15k guard. Throws it. That's the turn. The MLB turn, will he able to recover this turn? Goes for the Force one. Thinking of the placement of the Force one. Puts it to the Blaster Rapier there, which is the correct play since the Blaster Rapier will be swinging first either way. Calls the Blaster Blade there to use a skill to sack off the Ini Road Dragon. No, sorry, the Tourney Cannon. Swings the Blaster Blade for 5k guard. Uses a Quick Shoe now. Swing with the Blaster Rapier here to check the top card. Puts it on top. Planning whether to guard the 15k yet. Yep, he does. And the MLB swing, sucking both rear guard from the side, achieving the MLB full effect and then 2 force marker into the middle lane. And there's a no guard. Drive check triple drive. It's only 1 crit there, so it's 3 damage. But on the on-hit ability of the Winger Brace, such as top 7. Looks like he found the Blaster Dagger. Yep, correct. He found the Blaster Dagger there. 10k shield plus 1. It's the cross turn again. Rides the cross, and given the fact that the MLB is actually on grade 3 now, he can triple drive. No, quad drive actually. Basically 3 attacks with 2 restands. Uses the ability to search for the end. Towards the end, it's a rear guard there. But given the fact that the MLB is actually an 18k base, the core is, I would say, quite weak. But you know, I wouldn't know what is going through their head at this kind of at this point of time. Maybe they are planning ahead, and I wouldn't understand. So swings with the 21k. 15k is a 2 pass. Oh, the first drive check is already a huge trigger. Considering where to pump, it should be a all mid. All middle. Oh, no double trigger there. But he goes with the DN skill, dropping 3 hands, sorry. To restand and plus a 10k power. So Vanguard is hitting for 41k here. No guts there. Drive checks a critical trigger, then there's 3 criticals. Oh, and hits triple damage trigger. Wow. Sick. Currently the MLB is already at 48k power. While the cross actually is only at 41. The cross actually power to the side just now. So pays the cost for skill. Reconsidering it, yeah, he should do it because it's technically free. So swings with 41k, just 1 pass. Oh, that's a confident no guard from the MLB player. So the MLB is going to hit back. Cost the 2 grade 2s and uses the order. Search for MLB. And finally reconsidered to use the on-place ability of Blaster Blade and Blaster Dart. So uses the Blaster Blade skill first to sack off the DN in the front, and Blaster Dart skill to sack off the hit shot dragon. Oh, and there's a triple MLB column. Swings with the Winger Brave, the middle column first to add 2 markers, 1 to the side. No, 2 to the side. Okay, to the same side. Vanguard is hitting for 46k. While the side is hitting for 23 and 33k power. Perfect guards here is used. Triple drive, a draw trigger once again, power to the left side. Oh, and that's all. You needed a critical trigger to actually go for the game. So it's a 33k to a 33k to the end. Both are 25k required power to guard. is a draw trigger here. And that requires only a 15k to guard now. Yeah, and that's quite cheap. And it's a cross turn to fight back once again. Cost the Burn Rise Dragon there. Kagero is still thinking of what to commit. Given the fact that MLB actually has an 18k body, it's actually quite complicated in the fact that you actually have to commit more rear guards to hit the power, or not you'll be a whiff. Cause the armor in the middle and cause the lava flow. Still thinking about it. Yep, cause the lava flow there. Yes, it's a mandatory search top 5. Nope, he actually returns it back. Oh, uses the cross ability to search for the end here. And has it. The Kagero player is planning very hard on how to commit his hand. Because given the fact that it could be his final turn, since he's already at 5 damage with only 2 hand size currently. He forgot to search a top 5 here. Apologies for not pointing out in the game itself to ask the crossplayer to actually search top 5. And if never hit, or it does hit, you actually have to shuffle the deck anyway. So second drive check actually a critical trigger, considering where to pump. Crit to the side, out to the middle. Uses the ability of the cross, standing the Vanguard. Okay, so a mistake here by the cross player is that the Burn Rise Dragon he has to pay the cost of dropping a card to actually gain the ability of 15k and one more critical. And that's one to pass. Just going for the one pass here, testing the luck of the cross player, and using the Chinese method of gambling. The gamble god didn't answer there, and hits a blank. Going for the second restand, swings again. Vanguard is still hitting for 33k there. And he no gutsy actually. Yeah, and it's over. Thank you for watching this video, and do drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video. Do stay tuned for the finals of the SG tournament.